いつかあの背中に追いつくために。さて一丁やってやりますかねえ。さっさすりゃすりゃいけとさっさと始めようぜ。俺は誰にも負けねえ。
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Sets on a Monday night here on Capcom Fighters, live and direct from different parts of the world. This time, unfortunately, I am not your regular UK host. I've been turned into an honorary Finnish member for tonight's event, and we will roll into that. But I'm going to be one of the guys a part of the show, Jammerz, tonight. And alongside me is one of the guys that brought me on board. And he said, Jammerz, we got to bring you and make you one of our own. Olvaha, talk to me, baby. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. This, like, I told this already. Like, this is a very special episode. Like, every like episode is fantastic in its own right. But this hits home. Like, you can probably understand that. Like,
no pun intended.
This hits home. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, like, it's my community basically, and two of the one of most well-known Street Fighter players here. So naturally, I'm all excited, and also Finnish fighting game community welcomes you with open arms.
Thank you.
So welcome.
I mean, they might not like my character choices, but they can welcome me with open arms. But as
we do.
Olvaha said, about a couple of weeks ago, it popped into my head. I said, we haven't actually tapped into the Finnish community when we've had a Finnish commentator sitting beside me talking some Street Fighter. So I said, Olvaha, I said, hit up the boys and see if they want to come and join us for tonight.
Ring.
And as he said, we're going to be having that pre-match interview, the first to attend the meat and bones of tonight's show, and of course the post-match interview as well. My stream team in the back, can we get the fight card rolling so that people can see what it's all about? Ladies and gentlemen, it is an all-Finnish bout. We have good old Dr. Gulag going up against LoHii. These two are some of the Finnish titans in their respective community. And of course, I had to bring them on board. I said, boys, you got time for another first to 10, although you guys do first to hundreds. So I said, an extra 10 games couldn't hurt it, would you? And they said, you know what? We're more than happy to jump on board. Because you know what? These guys have been playing this game for a very long time. And I said, you know what? I'm very curious to hear their opinions, as well as them having a conversation with Olvaha as well. So it makes total sense that I am the guest for tonight.
But I mean, if you want to be, sure.
It's going to be absolutely insane, and I'm hoping these guys, again, they never fail to deliver. They've done it in numerous times as CPTs. They've done it in their respective exhibitions that they've got. I think Gulag does put on. We'll talk to him about that when he does come on to the call later on. But, I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean, Olvaha, these guys neck and neck, or is there like a determined, like a definitive edge between the two of them?
Do you want me to bring out the statistics?
Please, please.
Okay,
tell me now. You have to repeat it when the first to 10 happens.
I have it here on black and white. So these guys got some tournament history, and they've been meeting. Like, I guess you could call it being unlucky, because they've been facing each other in different brackets, even if they're like, you know, abroad in different tournaments. So, for example, Saint Punch 2018, LoHii won it over Dr. Gulag. Here in Finland, we had a really big tournament called Install 2019.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, that was basically the biggest fighting game tournament Finland has ever had. We had over 300 people attending in 1 week, and it was really fantastic. We even had people coming from Norway, for example, and other countries, which was like just fantastic to see all the other people from the other communities being there and enjoying fighting games with us. So
okay, and I'm pretty sure they had a CPT as well. This was well after probably the 2019 install, right?
Yeah, exactly. So install 2019 Gulag won. So that's 1-1.
Right.
And CPT East, LoHii won against Gulag. And then the most recent one, Evo 2021. So this summer, Gulag won. And they were facing each other in that bracket as well. That is, you could call it unlucky or just, brothers in blood.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, casual lounges, it's mostly been Gulag, at least, from LoHii's point of view. But he's a humble guy. So, I mean, this could go anyway.
Well, I mean, listen, when we bring the guys onto the call, because we do have them in the wing, we can ask them a little bit about the track record, if they're willing to kind of divulge that information to us. I'm pretty sure one of them has more bragging rights than the other, but this is why I kind of like to pick these little sets, pairings. So I'm like, hey, you haven't had a good track record against this guy in a first to 3. Let me offer you a first to 10. That might brighten up your day and change your mind, right? Listen, it could be the greatest thing since sliced bread, or it could be the worst thing in your fighting game career, right? But it's going to be absolutely insane, and I can't wait for these guys to kick off. But shout-outs, like Olvaha said, shout-outs to the Finnish community for hoping they can join us, and hopefully more of you will be joining us to watch these guys. Again, these guys are representing you guys. We want them to exhibit why they are some of the strongest players we have just in Europe in general, not just part of Nordic or the Baltic region, just in general, right? So
exactly.
I mean, are we going to be expecting any other characters outside of their mains, Olvaha, do you reckon?
I mean, if someone's going to pick another character, it has to be Dr. Gulag, because I feel like LoHii at this point in the game's lifespan, he is just all about Urien. He's an average V-Trigger 1 enjoyer. And so he's never gonna change from that V-Trigger or to another character. He's dabbled in here a little bit, here and there, but nothing too specific. So he's gonna be going with Urien. But Dr. Gulag it's going to be interesting to see if he will be playing Laura or Poison or maybe both.
Okay, I mean, I'd like to see a little bit of both, because it is the famous, the infamous Idon combination, very successful in tournament. I know Gulag has got a competent Laura and a competent Poison, so he can start with one and finish with the other. We will see. But we got to do the usual stuff and make sure everyone is up to date with things regarding Street Fighter. Richard, if you could be so kind as to roll on over to the Capcom Pro Tour website, because people do know there was no CPT over the weekend. We are still on that 3-week hiatus. Obviously, 1 week has passed, so there's still 2 weeks remaining. These are the players that have qualified for the Cup. The next time round, we will be there. We'll be going back to Japan's second qualification, and we'll be having another name from the Japanese region joining Margot in terms of the qualification spot. But the latest person, once again, congratulations to Billy from South Africa. Again, if you haven't seen his interview or you have not seen the grand final he had against Jabi M, check that out. It is on Capcom Fighters. Head on over to the YouTube channel. You can enjoy that grand final set. Heck, even his top 8 run in general, it was nothing shy of sensational. And if we just move on over to the schedule as well, so that people do know, because we are now in September, getting closer to the end of the year. Would you believe it's September in 2021?
No.
It's crazy, right? And yesterday I thought it was April. Yeah, yesterday I thought it was April, but apparently it's September. We just lost track of time in this pandemic era, and it's absolutely insane, because it's like, again, we're so focused on working from home, doing all sorts and playing the game online, doing other things from home as well. You're limited to what you can do. So
yeah, exactly.
It's just a case of I've lost what track it is. But thank God there's a CPT season, because I can tell you what month it is, and it is September, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the best way to keep up with your calendar is by, watching the CPT schedule.
Yeah, for sure. Shout outs to the stream team in the back for putting that up there. As you can see, we are not going to have a CPT until September the 18th, and that will be going to Japan's second qualification. The week later, it will be from my backyard, UK/Ireland. Be happening on September the 25th, so do not forget about that. How many CPTs does Japan have? 4, not 3. You were close. They do have 4, and they will actually be closing out the qualification season early next year. I think it's January or February. But once September's concluded, hey, listen, October is going to be rolling in the weekend online action. And of course, Olvaha, people from your neck of the woods are going to be featured in October's run of CPT events as well. How do you feel about that one?
I mean, I can't wait for that. I want to see Dr. Gulag and LoHii, for example, but I also want to see players like Shady. I want to see players like Jerko. I want to see players like Tikivik. You know, all these players from Finland, I want to see them attend and do their utmost to bring glory and success to our community.
Hey, listen, I mean, that's what you'd ultimately want as a fan or a part of that community as well. You want your players to do nothing but the best and represent your community on the world's biggest stage. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get some representation there. And hey, do you know what? I totally forgot to ask about this, but that is why this stream team is one of the best in the world. If you are watching from Japan right now and you have not signed up, you are more than happy to sign up right now. The sign-ups will not close until September the 11th. No, that's wrong. September the 13th. I think it's September the 13th. That is probably the last day. Yeah, there's still plenty of time, but you believe that we are lastminute.com in the FGC. And if I find out anyone from Brazil or any part of America is signed up for Japan too, believe me, you're not going to be able to play in the tournament. As much as you want to probably headbutt Daigo's Guile for about 60 damage, it is not going to happen. It's only available to Japanese residents because it says Japan 2 there. So get signing up regarding that. So that's more or less done for the CPT. We do have more news. I'm not sure if we're going to show it now or probably at the end of the show, but do not forget there is going to be some Street Fighter League happening literally a month away. It's going to start airing in October or on October the 7th, I believe, and all the teams have been announced, but we are going to announce the teams at the end of the show. That's what's just been told in my ear. But I mean, the last team that was mentioned, should we talk about it now or should we leave it over? Should we leave it?
We can leave it to later. I mean, we'll have plenty of more to talk about Street Fighter League later.
Okay, fair play. We're not going to spoil the surprise. I mean, wink, wink, Capcom Fighters on Twitter.com if you want to find out what the team is before we even talk about it. We do have other information as well, but we might leave that till later as well because a certain offline event is coming back as well. And I don't...
Do tell.
I can tell you, but I'm not sure if my stream team want to advertise it now or play it near the end. But again, a certain offline event will be coming back in certain parts of the world. I'm laughing because someone in my ear is telling me we can't show it right now because it's a surprise. I don't want to ruin the surprise.
It's so good.
But when we get to that point, when we do get to that point, we'll talk about it and we'll actually, I'll start advertising it with absolute confidence because I'm hoping I can be there, and I'm hoping a lot of other people can be there as well. But again, we try to keep you guys up to date with all things Street Fighter, mainly because the CPT stuff, because that's what everyone enjoys. Again, the league is online. You and I both know that, and it's a case of having people sign up and just tune in and watch, because again, despite the conditions we are in, I don't know about you, but I think things are still pretty entertaining regarding watching high-level Street Fighter, right? So.
I mean, we've been in this situation for quite a while now, so there's like bound to be some adjustments, some modifications to your normal fighting game activity, so it's completely normal and like the show must go on, so to say.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, we do have our gentlemen in the waiting room ready to join us for the call. Stream team in the back. Are these guys more or less ready to go, or do they still? Oh, there's still a little bit more time. Okay, apparently they are ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be bringing on our guests for tonight, hailing from Finland. Well, I mean, my co-commentator is from Finland as well, but we got more people joining the fray from Finland to have a nice little chat about some Street Fighter. What's up? You want to open this one up?
Have you ever been in a conversation with 3 Finns before? I mean, have you?
It's not on the bucket list. I could.
Well, now it is. Now it is. So you're gonna have to deal with that.
I'll take it. But listen, Gulag, LoHii, can both of you hear me loud and clear?
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Oh, there you go. All right. So, first of all, gentlemen, thank you very much to agreeing this and jumping on board for the show that we do on Monday nights. Obviously, there is going to be a first to 10 that you guys will be partaking in momentarily. But in this first segment of the show, this is where we have a nice little heart-to-heart and talk to you about all things Street Fighter. And again, for you guys to have a voice and kind of tell people more about the Finnish scene in general. So, you know what? I want Olvaha to start, because apparently there's some lore behind some of this stuff going down. So I want him to hit you with the first question. So Olvaha, take it away for the gentleman.
All right, so like I already know some of your past record against each other, but we can ask for the people. Like how?
And me.
Yeah, and you. I didn't forget you, man. Don't worry. Like I'll always take you into account. But anyway, guys, like you have some history in like past tournaments. How has it gone so far, and how do you two like feel? Does one of you have a slight advantage against each other? Talk to me.
We'll get it from Gulag's perspective first.
Okay, sure.
So, okay, obviously the tournament results from the last 2 years, it's been back and forth between me and LoHii. Before like 2018, before LoHii really ascended as a European player, it was pretty one-sided. Like I would have probably won all the sets against his Fong back then in the early days. Right now, it's hard to tell. It depends on the day, in my opinion. In longer sets, I definitely feel like I have the edge. I'm gonna drop LoHii tonight like a bad habit, hopefully. But we'll see. The thing is, though, that it never goes according to plan exactly, especially with LoHii's urine. Things tend to happen in the first first part of the round, and once you see those 3 bars flashing.
Wait,
the...
which 3 bars? Laura's 3 bars?
Well, but that's the thing, though. Like every round it feels kind of chaotic when I play against LoHii, and
I wonder why.
it's definitely part of the characters, because I play with Laura most of the time, and LoHii plays obviously with Urien, and he rolls with Aegis. He doesn't use the V-Trigger 2 like some other European Urians, or rather one well-known European Urien. And the Aegis, I feel, is still very strong, even with the latest system mechanic changes. V-Shift doesn't really work that well against Aegis activation, so you still gotta hold the activation. So sometimes it feels like you might be doing really well in a round, and then it's EX Chariot into V-Trigger 1, and things happen, but who knows. I'm confident though, so I think I'm gonna edge it out tonight, but we'll see.
Okay, I mean, LoHii, what have you got to say in response to that? This guy's gonna drop you like a bad habit. I can't sit here and take that. LoHii, tell me something, please.
Ooh, I want to say that his accusation is baseless, but damn, Gulag is strong, so we might actually see that. But the only thing that I can promise is that we're gonna have a good show. I'm a showman, if nothing else.
I respect that.
Do you know what? I can't wait to see this now, because they both got 3 bar V triggers and they're acting like the other one's completely innocent. It's like, no, you you both have very chaotic characters. That's why this set is going to be very interesting. So I'm gonna literally take this question to Gulag. This is one I've always been curious about. So it's regarding the players in the Finnish community. Can you name the top 5 players from Finland in your opinion?
Right now.
Right now.
So me included?
If you want to include yourself, that's fantastic.
Okay, so I would say it's me, it's LoHii, it's Shady. Then it's a little bit more difficult, but like
me.
Like, I'm sorry, Olvaha. I would like to name you, but I gotta go with my boy Viljo as well, from Western Finland. He's probably pretty well known in ranked matches. If you play in Europe, the Blanca player, the dreaded VTV.
Yes.
PC. Yes, that's Viljo. And then the 5th one. Well, there's a lot of contenders. There's Nesu, who plays Vega. There's Atroxia, who plays Jury. There's a few others. Maybe I would give it to Jonsai, though, who's also from Helsinki and plays a mean Bison. So I'll say those 5.
Okay.
That's
LoHii, do you agree with that list as well, or is there anyone else that you'd probably substitute for there?
There's nothing really controversial, except the only guaranteed shoe-ins to top 5, I think, are Shady and Gulag. After that, it's very debatable if it's Jonsai, me, Nesu, Atroxia.
Okay.
all of us are like very good at our best and so even. So
Okay, fair play. And am I expected to, the names that both of you have mentioned, am I expected to see these guys in your upcoming CPT next month? Everyone's looking forward to that, I assume?
probably not. A lot of them aren't like don't enjoy the net play tournament aspect. So
Okay.
video, I think will be represented, and me too. But apart from that, like Atrox and Nesuper don't really go for these online tournaments, even though I feel they should
Exactly.
show their talents. Come on,
We should force them.
the scene.
Even then, they're not really the kind of players that enjoy playing in competitive tournaments that much. They just enjoy playing long sets with the Finnish community. You don't really like. We've seen Nesuper attend like a few offline events as well, but he's not really well known for traveling to even the bigger Finnish online events. So he's one of those guys. Viljo, I would definitely expect to play in the Nordic CPT, and who knows, maybe we'll see Shady Atroxia and a few others. I would hope Yonsai takes part in it as well.
Okay.
Strong Bison play.
That kind of takes me to my next question, because you guys mentioned that some of them, this is very similar to when we spoke to Big Bird and Angry Bird with the Middle Eastern community, that some of the players, they like the game, they just don't enjoy the online, the net play aspect of it, but they enjoy the game. So my question is, how many of you have actually not so much taken advantage or like participated in the competitions that have been available since the pandemic, started, late last March? Like outside of you two, is there anyone else that has been really participating in probably online weeklies, your own exhibitions, other CPTs? Has anyone actually been interested, or has it only just been you two at the forefront? I'll ask that to Gulag.
Well, I hosted quite a lot of online tournaments since COVID hit, and a lot of players took part in it, even those that we mentioned earlier. So, the activity was definitely there. I felt like towards this spring, a lot of people started to feel a little bit of SF5 fatigue. Like a lot of people are waiting updates on possible new games, stuff like that. And some people, even with the balance changes and the V-shift, you haven't seen that many players be active in the community during the last summer, which is obviously a shame. But once the CPT comes along, I would expect people to at least take part in it and hopefully represent the community well, because we definitely have the talent to maybe challenge our neighbors in the CPT event. The guys like Rikemans Barnett from Sweden, Phenom, Veggie, those guys from Norway, and many, many others.
Okay, fair play. Olvaha, you got any other questions for the guys?
Well, speaking of, we kind of, went into the whole Gulag exhibition thing. Gulag, I mean, you arranged that for a really respectable time, and you made it possible for a lot of Finnish people to level up while, the pandemic was at its, peak, so to speak. But Gulag, for anyone who would want to do something similar to what you did with the weekly exhibition, do you have any tips for that kind of activity, making those kinds of events?
You just gotta step forward pretty much if you're part of the community. And we've seen some guys do that now, especially if you're in the Finnish community, you might have seen that we have an upcoming tournament next month, which is really good to see.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not organizing any tournaments at the moment, so it's really great to see other people stepping up. It's obviously organizing tournaments, getting people involved, the streaming aspect and everything. It's work.
Yeah.
It's definitely work and organizing, and you have to have time to do it. So it's easier said than done. But even in the in the European community, we have a lot of players who have stepped up in this regard. Not just me, but also in Sweden, we've had some active players who are now organizing tournaments like Rickmeister. Even in the UK, I've seen players like Muzzle who host tournaments, and I've seen MQS host tournaments, and it's really great to see all those guys step up and sort of give the community and the upcoming players a chance to shine. And usually you see new players pop up through those tournaments.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's very interesting. So, my next question is probably a more personal one, but I'm very curious because when I get to talk to guys like you two, I always have to ask this because I never get around to asking this. LoHii, where does your name actually come from?
Oh my god, this is like ancient stuff. I think.
I don't know when the
think I
last time
wasn't-
you got asked that question, but again, on my way to where I am to do this this show,
Yeah,
I'm like,
okay, so
what does LoHii's name actually mean? Where does it come from?
months ago, when I was an edgy little boy, I played League of Legends, and the name tag I used
know where
was
this is going.
Lord of Harvest. So that was a bit too mouthful for my friends, so they just shortened it to LoHii, which happened to mean salmon in Finnish. So I kind of liked that and latched onto it.
Wait, sorry, what does LoHii mean? Salmon?
Yes.
Yes, the fish.
Wow. So I don't know if you watched the show a couple of months back when I had Nephew and Filipino Man on here. Nephew said to me his name before Nephew was Marshmallow, and that took me by surprise. Now that I've figured out your name means fish, damn, that is definitely, it's deep. But it's probably not as deep as I'm making it out to be. But you know, thanks for clearing that up. That's crazy. I'm still gonna call you LoHii. Do you pronounce it LoHii or
Me
LoHii?
too.
It's LoHii.
Yeah, I don't mind being called LoHii, but like I don't want to be confused to the Evo champ. So LoHii is like
Okay, cool.
safer.
Cool.
I love how humble you are. I love
Alright, that's
how humble
fantastic.
you are.
I'm glad that he's cleared that up, so I definitely know the meaning behind his name. Because we need more information. We need more lore behind you guys when we talk to you guys and big you guys up on CPTs. Now, Gulag, where does your name come from? I kind of have a weird idea, but
So I'm not some kind of a political agitator here, even though a lot of American viewers have made that claim during past CPT events.
Damn.
But actually, like when I went to high school back in the day, I had a pretty Russian sounding name, even though I'm a 100% Finnish. So my schoolmates gave me a nickname, Gulag, and that's where it comes from. I just added I added the doctor to make it a little bit more memey and fun because you know a Gulag, it definitely has some connotations.
Yeah.
It
to
does.
say the least.
It
So,
does.
so I tried to smoothen it a little bit.
okay. No, because this is honestly, Olvaha, to me, this is something I don't usually get to ask people about their names.
Yeah,
And like,
yeah.
again, some
I mean-
people have very simple meanings behind it. Some people have complex ones behind it. It's like, okay.
You know what kind of a sorry to interrupt,
Go
but
for it, go for
you know
it,
what kind of a person I am? I usually don't ask questions like that, so this is like new info for me as well. I've known these guys for several years, but I've never asked why are you called Dr. Gulag?
Well, look, think of it. Look, I remember I'm the honorary Finnish member here, and
You are.
I have to know the people I'm talking to. So it's like,
Exactly.
wait, what does your name actually mean? Is there a secret meaning? Is it something? And the moment LoHii mentioned League of Legends, I said, I think I know where this is going. But he cleared it up, which is fantastic. But speak the devil, that was the personal question I wanted to ask you guys. I got another question for LoHii as well, more tailored towards your character, your main in Street Fighter 5 currently. How have you felt about the Urien changes, or more so the Urien nerfs over these past couple of months? Because I think the last two patches,
nerfs?
he's only... Well, you say what nerfs? He's still a strong character, but they've taken things away from him. I don't know if that's affected your gameplay,
Every single
or...
thing that has been taken away from him was a stupid thing he shouldn't have had. I mean,
Wait, what thing are you thinking about?
oh my, like basically everything. But the one that I feel that I abused most was like the light headbutt. Like you couldn't meet it throw Urien because the light headbutt beat that, and it was a horrible situation for everyone. And I abused the hell out of it. I mean, why did he have it?
He's being
now
honest.
It's gone, I feel.
This is Finnish
Really,
honesty.
That's
But
crazy.
it shouldn't have been there. Other nerf that I actually advocated because I felt it made playing Urien less fun was the reversal ages, that you could wake up in the corner and put the ages in front of you and it stops the opponent's melee. I've won so many rounds of that, converting of that, but it just wasn't an interesting use of ages, so I'm actually glad that that isn't an option anymore.
Okay, so well, again, now we gotta go on to the next question, still regarding Urien. So do you still think Urien is a top 5 character? Because he's definitely still being used, but he's still okay.
Like I think he has 1 or 2 matchups that aren't at the very least even. Like Pammy is hard, and then there are a couple debatable ones, but like, how can that not be a top tier character?
Okay, fair play. I mean, do you disagree at all with anything LoHii said there, Gulag? Do you think he's still a top 5 character? We one or two struggling matchups, or?
Yeah, Urian is definitely still a strong character, and the Aegis was not really nerfed at all, even with the V shift. So that's there also. I think, like in terms of the Futsi matchup, some of his buttons have more whiff recovery now, so you gotta space them better, like the crouching medium kick. It's still very strong, but it has more recovery now, so you can definitely, like, if you're on point and ready to whiff punish it, you can do that. And then he's like the dive from the air, what's it called?
The knee drop. Yeah, the knee drop.
The knee drop. Yeah, it has more recovery now, so like if you're able to avoid it, you can definitely punish it now, so that's another thing. But other than that, not really, no. Like, Urian still plays pretty much the same as he has for the past 2 years or so.
Okay, fair play. So we, Olvaha, you got any other questions for these guys you want to run through?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we're in an interesting part of the lifespan of this game, so I'm gonna ask both of you if you could master a character, any character. I mean, not Luke, but any other character. If you could master any other character in one day, what would that character be and why?
Damn, that's an interesting one. LoHii, we'll start with you.
Oh man, that's really hard because I'm an Urian player hard and through, so
Dude.
there are a couple of interesting ones. Oh man, this caught me by surprise. Like,
if you want time to think about it, we can go over to Gulag and then come back to you, if that's all right.
sure.
All right. Gulag, is there
sure.
any other character
It's a
outside
better
of
answer already.
Laura and Poison that you'd like to master if you had a day to do it?
Well, if you give me a ready character for a tournament in one day, I'm gonna take Menat, no doubt. Just give me that for some of those pesky zoning matchups. But on the other hand, Poison does well against most of the sort of mid-screen zoners like or controllers like Falk and many others. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe Dulcine. Dulcine would be another one. That would be like a very good character to have in the pocket. We've seen that in Red Bull Kumite by another previous Laura main, now a Dulcine master from France.
I
So
mean,
that would be another.
The blueprint's there, and I mean, if you wanted to learn Dalsim, you do understand you'll have the entire Street Fighter community on your back with pitchforks. I hope you're ready for that.
Especially Wedgie from Norway.
Yeah, let's not, because I mean, that guy, him and Phenom are the biggest advocates of getting rid of Dalsim or throwing him under a bus and even making sure he doesn't come out alive. I'll tell you that much. But LoHii, you had time to think about it. Is there any character that you'd?
Yeah, like Dulcim on Menat, I wouldn't mind either. That, but like I was thinking for like tournament results, I think those are like the smarter picks. But on a personal level, Oro is really cool, and he has like a ton of things to optimize. So that would just be way too much fun to play probably. And on other, like, if I wanted a more like transferable character that I can just enjoy, I think Akuma is like a nice mix of solid play and very huge amount of character specific interactions.
Interesting. Well, you did mention Oro. We got time for one last question. Have you actually sat down with Oro, LoHii, or have you just completely focused on Urian for the time being?
I did play a couple of days with him, but like he didn't really click with me. So I had fun, but if I like wanna grind, I will be keeping to Urian, since he also is a bottomless well of things to learn. Like,
that's true. He is an extremely versatile character. So, you guys are still coming up with Aegis setups like each and every day. So it's crazy. It's literally just a wealth of setups regarding that character. As much as we all hate him or don't like him, except one person in this chat, but. You know what, gentlemen, we are just about out of time for this pre-game chat. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to take that Twitch ad break that we always promise you guys. You're going to be hit with 7 to 8 ads before you come back. But when we do come back, we're going to get Gulag and LoHii into the lobby to play this first to 10. Somebody's going to walk away the finished champion. We'll see you in a bit.
Exactly. Don't go anywhere.
If I go too far, please forgive me. Job well done. Yay! This will do. Let's go, brother!
I guess it's time to start warming up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to tonight's episode of Sets. We have finished the pre-match interview with the players. Great discussion, a little bit about them and about their names. But now we are going down to the business and we are getting into the meat and bones. What you've all been waiting for, the first to 10. Will be the commentators tonight, myself, Jammerz, alongside Olvaha. Are you excited about this one?
I mean, I never get tired of these two guys just going at it and running those long sets. Like, we Finns are not shy or strangers to longer sets, so I'm definitely waiting for this. And I mean, like they said themselves, it depends on the day who's gonna take it, so I can't wait for that.
Yeah, for sure. The first to 10 is starting, and I did notice Lee Chung was streaming earlier. Shout out to Lee Chung. He gave us that raid of 81 viewers. If you've come on over from Lee Chung's channel, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We are having a European, more specifically, players from Finland having that first 10 exhibition. As you can see, it's Dr. Gulag going up against LoHii in a first to 10. Laura going up against Urian. That's what we're seeing. These guys have an amazing track record against one another. And now is another set to add to the pile. Let us get on with this one.
They picked a really nice stage, I might add.
Yeah, they were actually talking about it before the set actually happened. They said, hey, because we're playing each other, why not? Let's not play on the grid. Let's play on a more fancier stage. And they chose Sun Chase Moon. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, you can already see LoHii using all these fantastic Urian normals. Like he said, what, like nerfs? What nerfs?
Yeah, he did say, and he said it earnestly as well. That's what I've got to probably love about Finnish people. They are probably some of the most honest people on the planet.
Exactly.
All right, so he's trapped in the corner, and he does a raw jump out there. Good jab into the headbutt there. Going to apply that pressure and get that grab. Let's see how I can keep him here, though.
Yeah, there's already the V-trigger activation from Gulag. Oh, do you see the chase down there?
Yeah, people tend to forget. If you're unfamiliar with Gulag, Gulag has been around since the early days of Street Fighter V. He's probably been one of the pioneers of Laura as well.
Oh, there you see. Average V-trigger 1 enjoyer.
Dead. Oh, he missed the chariot. Why'd he go for light? I thought he would have gone for heavy. Ended it there, but he didn't.
I have no idea, but hey. We'll see what happens.
Can he charge up
Gets
Indignant
the
Thunder as well?
Indignant Thunder, yeah.
Oh, that could have been the game there if he did jab. He expulsed charge, but he didn't. V reversal. Gonna put the thunderclap out there just for protection. And he's gonna dissipate immediately. Of course.
Oh, and there you go. Yeah.
You've got to look out for that, man. If he's not going to spend the CA and he's not too antsy trying to do that aerial approach, that chariot tackle is coming out. And even then, if you're looking for that, he might be able to dash in with that 16-frame dash and then catch you off guard.
Yeah, that's one of the strongest points about Urian, especially online play. The EX Chariot is just something you're going to have to be aware of every single moment.
All right, there we go. Chariot straight to the corner and good block on the standing hard kick because you just there to catch out throws, but Gulag is not going to tech early.
Look at this. Okay, he's getting the command grab. He's going to set up the Oki here. Okay, getting a normal grab now.
Crush counter.
The crush counter.
He's going to go for the split river follow-up as well. We're going to get headbutt. We will. Yep. And that's going to be round 2 going to Gulag in this first game. Remember, whoever gets this first game is going to set interesting precedents because these guys play up to an amount of time, so they know each other inside out, which is why I wanted to bring these two on to show you guys a more player-to-player mindset or matchup between these two.
And one point to note about LoHii's gameplay, he is not shy about using that EX headbutt on wake up, so I think a lot of situations will boil down to if, you know, Dr. Gulag will be able to utilize and bait out the EX headbutts from LoHii.
Yeah, for sure. And do you know what? Speak of the devil, he did another reversal headbutt there. Gets a grab, he's going to walk up and get another one. No, plays it safe with a meaty hard punch.
Okay, we see the crawl kick from LoHii. He really likes to use that use that move.
Oh, hold on a second. Activates. No backdash. He's more than happy to take the grab. But let's see how quickly Gulag can reduce that deficit. And the overhead miss. That would have been blocked. Probably.
Look at how active the projectiles from Laura are in the
Guess the game.
Oh,
what are you gonna do?
Dangerous.
Whoa!
What a nice check.
And you know what? That is legit because I believe after that, I think she's -2 or -1.
Yeah.
So you are able to start a button, but even then, that was a pretty big risk there from LoHii. But again, these guys play each other like a fair bit, so they're willing to take those risks, and that ultimately gives LoHii game number 1 here, Olvaha.
Exactly. I mean, like we said earlier, like there has never been a better time in this world to say that this could go either way because I know it in my bones.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see how they adapt over time, though, because, again, Dr. Gulag did say he's going to drop LoHii like a bad habit, and so far, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that combo? LoHii is like he said himself, he's an entertainer. Like, he knows all of the headbutt moves.
Oh, he loves those. From what I've played against him and seen him play, he loves doing those headbutt loops.
Yeah, I mean, if I would play Urien, I would do that too, because that's one of the coolest things about this character for sure.
Another headbutt on Wake Up.
Another one.
Yeah, Olvaha did mention it. He's not afraid. And you know what? You kind of need the cojones to do that, right? It's like sometimes, even if you know your opponent can continuously do meaty light pressure on your Wake Up, there might be the odd occasion where they don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. But look at LoHii getting this nice combo at the start of this round. Look at this corner position right now. LoHii is looking really good in this round, but never mind. Getting the jump.
All right, delayed Wake Up. Try to jump out. Not working out. He's not going to hold up again. That's going to be stunned. No. He's not dead, though. Yeah, he's not dead. Oh, he missed it. Oh, no. Okay. Wait.
Okay.
He probably missed that, but he had an improvised follow-up. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really nice salvage. I mean, because, like, you can get really flustered and look at this just reading with the armor.
I told you, another headbutt from your boy. Yeah. Crouch fist, activate the V-trigger. You could lose the game off this next mix-up. Or is he going to spend the bomb?
Oh, my goodness. Look at the damage.
Chariot tackle, unscaled damage, baby. Damn. I'm so glad I'm watching this chaotic matchup and not on the receiving end.
I mean, like you said, man, they have the 3-bar V triggers, so it's like even better to just watch it from the sidelines like we are doing right now.
Hey, man, listen, LoHii loves the creativity and the execution behind Urien's combos. And when you have that passion behind a character, you get to really showcase your talents and your strengths to that.
Exactly. Look at that.
Oh, he's done it early. Wait, dude, it's not a first and 2. It ain't CPT. You don't do that until the 9th game. He did delayed EX headbutt. He did the Urien. Game 2?
Game 2. I mean, like, this is why, like, we are so deep into their heads right now. Like, it's only game 2, but, like, they're already at, like, first to 50 level or
my
something
man
like
Salmon hit you with the eel. Hold that. Like, he just went, like, headbutt straight. Nah.
This is why I love these two. Like, it's such a back and forth action.
I tell you what, someone's getting dropped.
Exactly.
Well,
LoHii looking really good at the start of this set. 2-0 lead, that must feel really good at this point, like, especially knowing how Dr. Gulag, for example, he told that he has, like, the, you know, kind of a slight edge on the longer sets. So it's interesting to see how this will develop.
Oh, yeah, for sure. A lovely sweep to punish that thunderclap. Remember, as you know, low attacks can catch out those thunderclaps in the neutral game. Another bulk charge from Gulag. Gulag's had very good starts and interesting ways to make a comeback, but he just hasn't been able to close out properly. Punish Olvaha. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. And like I was gonna say, like, this is the power of a man who mains Urien and doesn't even play any other characters. This is the power of a Urien main.
Is he dead? No, not quite. Is he gonna headbutt?
Look at the scaling.
Wake up, super gets blocked. Okay, do you know what? To be fair, you get one. And he's been waking up with headbutts, he's tried to hold up, he's done a jab, he's letting Gulag know early because, again, Laura can run a train on you every time she knocks you down or gets those open situations. So he's letting him know he's not afraid to do it the first to 10.
Yeah, I mean, like, you ever seen a wild beast who bares his fangs at you and not be scared? Like, this is like a warning sign. This is like a warning shot from LoHii. He's like, yeah, I'm not afraid to use this.
Oh, interesting. Another headbutt there to break momentum. And he got a can hit light, but goes for the grab anyway. He didn't expect Gulag to get hit by that.
Yeah.
Throw.
We're getting the cross up, but there's that. Okay, 69 every time as well. LoHii getting that second round here in this third game.
This has been an interesting start, and notice as well, Gulag has had a couple of successful jump outs to the corner, catching long, laggy buttons there from your, mainly the coral kick. Every set.
I can't believe this, like, that hit 2 times.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, me neither.
Thunderclap again, no sweep on reaction though.
LoHii playing this mid-range game, I see, yeah.
Do you know what?
Like,
Against a lot of characters, his mid-range button's actually pretty decent. Roll punch, crouch immediate punch, crouch immediate kick. Crazy.
Yeah, LoHii is so good at using the standing medium kick, the quarrel kick, look at this sweep. We've seen so many sweeps from LoHii so far.
Because they're incredibly annoying to punish at max distance or relatively far out. I think Laura kind of struggles against that. I'm not sure if EX Bolt Charge has fast enough start to catch it. If not, it has to be another sweep back, but good luck. He tried to, no, that's not even a punish. Yeah, that wouldn't punish. Wait, actually, hold on. Is that 7 frames or 8? Let me find out.
I'm not sure, but
I'm
we're gonna have to find that out later. Oh, we're getting the confirmation there from the forward medium punch. LoHii taking the 3rd game here.
Oh, I tell a lie. He did try. That was going to be a successful punish. So he might have been 1 or 2 frames off there because the overhead is -7 and Urian's crouching fist is 7 frames up. So he wanted the big boy damage. So my mistake there. I actually thought it was an 8 frames, but I'm probably thinking of Gil's crouching hard punch. With that might be 8 frames, but unlucky to LoHii there. But he's 3-0 up in this set. So in a CPT, he would have won already.
Yeah, I mean, that's the power of a shorter set, but we are talking about a first to 10, so there's plenty of time for adaptation from both players. So I can't wait for that. Look at these wake-ups from LoHii. Completely does not care. Devil May Cry attitude.
Right, just trapped to the corner again. He tried to look for another jump out, but I think LoHii's clocked onto what he was doing and he stopped using forward kick.
When the danger time is here. Oh, the V reversal. I can't believe it pushed so far that the Aegis didn't hit.
Good block again. Sunset Wheel. Is he going to take that risk or is he going to wait? He done a slightly delayed 10 hard punch. Boy.
Yeah, that was a nice answer from Dr. Gulag. He knew that LoHii was going to want to use that second mirror anytime soon.
I think he's going to have to start using EX Bolt Charge in more situations outside of trying to react to the Fireball Metallic Sphere. He wants to kind of break momentum.
Yeah, I mean, like, he has been using that pretty well so far, so I really want to see more of that, later down the line.
Nice jump back jab there from LoHii. We're looking at a game that hopefully Gulag can put on the board here, but never count out LoHii.
Okay, this is looking really good right now for Gulag, and there you go once again, the EX headbutt. LoHii is an EX headbutt connoisseur, but unfortunately he's gonna pay for that in this 4th game.
I've definitely lost count of how many headbutts he's done in the first 4 games of this set so far.
We should get a counter on the screen.
Hey, I've always wanted the counter for one of my favorite players to watch of all time. Shoutouts to AD Terminal, another Urian player. He definitely loves his EX headbutts, and I always wanted the counter to have in the corner of the screen whenever his matches are on a CPT. I think we might need to get one for LoHii as well. But it is 3-1 so far in this set between these 2 Finnish players.
Yeah. Oh, and we found the elbow, actually. I'm not sure if Dr. Gulag did it intentionally or not, but sometimes it works out, even though it is not, intentional.
All right, jump back jab once again. He's been incredibly successful with that. And again, LoHii's one of the players where if you neutral jump and you're trying to catch a throw bait, he catches you with the delayed headbutt. If you try to jump over him, he's got jump back jab on lock. It's amazing how he's actually covered some of Urian's bad angles for anti-airs, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's... nothing short of inspirational, I feel like. LoHii is a really entertaining Urian player, and sometimes, you get a little more, of the dry Urians, for example, who really don't do the flashy stuff, but one thing I love about LoHii is that he always goes for the flashy stuff.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, when you playing with the right mindset, you got that so much confidence, why not? You set up the correct situation,
exactly.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Especially going up against a guy who you played countless sets against.
See, I think Gulag heard what I said. He's starting to do EX Bolt Charge in more situations, trying to break that momentum. He's got to be very careful because that is minus double digits on block. Good back throw.
Yeah, that back throw range was surprisingly big. Look at this. Oh my, we're in the danger zone right now for LoHii.
He's blocking it out right now, trying to do jump medium, but he got caught airborne with the jump in medium kick, and slowly but surely, actually I lied to you, that's probably in half the time. LoHii got 3 games. We are now at 3-2. I mean, you notice anything big, any substantial changes in Gulag's gameplay, Olvaha?
I'm not really sure I picked up anything like super specific, but I just feel like he's maybe warming up, slightly. He's like maybe a diesel engine, and he's like kind of catching those, gears still. So I feel like Dr. Gulag is looking really good at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. Again, obviously last week we did have a tenor between players that were very familiar with each other. Shout outs to Mortzy, but even giving Aura a try.
Nice catch from Dr. Gulag in that situation. The counter hit confirmed. He's really good at those as well.
Headbutt blocked and
There
the
you
stun.
go.
This should kill. There is going to be crush counter scaling, but this should still be fine.
Look at this.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
goodness. Look at the red bar. He needs some milk right now.
Round 2.
Damn, that's crazy. Again, you know, these characters do inflict an absurd amount of damage depending on the situation, but again, Laura still has some of the best post-stun combos in the game despite what they've done to change or tone down the damage for universal aspects, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And look at
Another
that,
headbutt.
LoHii. That is the culprit of your unsuccessful wake-up attempt right now, LoHii.
I don't know,
LoHii.
man. He's playing with fire, man. He's treading on thin ice. This guy is lives by the sword and dies by the sword.
Exactly.
And
Two.
3 apiece.
Yeah.
It's 3 apiece right now.
I mean, I love seeing that. Like, even sits are the most entertaining for me. Like, I mean, washes are like, of course, there's some entertainment value, but you want to see that back and forth.
Yeah, I suppose. He does need to remind himself, though, that every time EX headbutt is blocked, it's essentially a free damage against any character if they set it up right. It's free damage, and you don't want to keep giving your opponent that free damage aspect, right? Maybe you should mix up by trying to backdash, or I wouldn't say wake up button, but maybe the V shift, but he wants to hold on to V trigger, so... Yeah,
True. And look at this start from LoHii, all that from a round start
There you
jump.
go.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Can these guys hear me?
That's what I'm wondering as well.
Alright, let's see. Jump
Switch
in, hard-
positions right now. Okay.
sweep again. Oh, unfortunately, it was too slow. Yeah, the thunderclap was already
Yeah.
out and active, so
Yeah. Gulag had the V trigger active, so I think that was the culprit there.
he's got to be careful. These metallic spheres, man. I'd suggest you whiff a jab or two or something, because he might react to that bolt charge, and that could change the game. He tried to go for a hard read to get the round ender. Didn't do
Oh
that.
no, look at the dash. Oh, great check from Gulag. Oh, and he's gonna go for
Yeah.
the chip, and that's gonna kill.
Okay, he must have known after a while he wasn't going to get that clean hit he wanted to save that meter for the next round, so he went for the safest bet and chipped at his opponent there at a meter disadvantage. But hey, at this point, I don't think this guy's got any disadvantage in a couple of matchups, but...
No, for real. Okay, a very nice knee drop from LoHii, actually catching Dr. Gulag off guard there. And look at this, hitting the side switch.
Alright, played it safe, taking his turn back there, using another regular violent knee drop into another throw break there. And luckily enough, he didn't get caught out by a jump in there, Dr. Gulag.
And LoHii was talking about the nerf on the violent knee drop as well, but he's, spacing them pretty damn fantastic.
Yeah, the guys did mention that earlier when we were chatting to them. There was also the headbutt nerf as well, so it's not airborne as early as it used to be.
Yeah,
So
I
therefore
mean, that
meter
was
throws can
pretty
work.
disgusting. But look at this low. He has the V trigger. He has the 3 shining red bars, and then you see the activation.
Combo.
Great challenge!
Okay, too low to get a forward punch pickup, and armored through the mirror once again. Gulag on point, reacting to that second mirror because there is no slowdown with the V trigger. And again, what a turnaround. He's 3-0 down, and someone's looking to make it 4-3.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the rabbit and the turtle. I mean, who's gonna finish? Who's gonna finish this time? I mean, it's gonna be hard to say.
All right, hold on. These guys got a lot of meter to work with in the back. And there you go. He tried to do an EX thunderclap early, but it got cancelled out by that crash meter. And that's what I was talking about before with these jump-ins and how he covers them. Got that headbutt pickup there, LoHii.
Yeah, that's a really nice juggle from LoHii, but look at the sides have switched once again, and Dr. Gulag having the corner position shortly there.
All right, he's going to get the rodeo break follow-up. Is he going to wait? He goes for a meaty throw. What is LoHii going to do? Another headbutt. Side swap. Wait, what we got? Hold on. V-shift, chase him. Oh,
The
okay.
chase down from LoHii.
So that V-shift only worked because the mirror was out. If there was no mirror, I think he would have been able to catch that guaranteed with a counter hit standing medium punch.
I mean, that was a thrilling moment there for a short while.
Down the clap to cover the approach. He's got EX Chariot Tackle ready and waiting. But he's throwing out these claps to make sure LoHii cannot do it. Throw.
Oh, and getting the throw.
No, he could have won the game right there. He could have won the game right there.
Oh my goodness, don't say that, don't say that.
He probably wasn't charging, that's why.
Yeah, that's probably the...
Oh,
and
oh
he
my.
does it like this man does not care. Devil May Cry attitude. LoHii.
LoHii. I don't know, man. LoHii,
I mean,
sometimes
Jammerz.
you are the greatest player, and sometimes you are gonna put you're literally gonna have people like this in their seat. Like, it's amazing.
Exactly.
Because I think in those extremely tense situations, he feels the need to just get a sneaky headbutt there. I think I've got your button timing. He doesn't. He's very, very lucky that he didn't get punished.
Yeah,
but
I mean, yeah. He's trying to steal the turn. He's trying to, utilize. I mean, there's a lot of people who have like a reversal and they never use that. But LoHii is a different breed. He's like, okay, I have a EX reversal. Let me just use that real quick.
do you know what I've probably got to pay more attention to? Is where is he getting this meter from? He's not really using it in combos. It's usually more as a way to get in or to get out, right? He's not, look, because again, he doesn't use meter in combos.
Yeah, but nice catch on the target combo with Dr. Gulag there. Look at the life about even great anti-air from Dr. Gulag getting the standing reset as well.
Sunset Wheels, that's done. It will be.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
All right, closing it out for that another round. Hey, someone said someone was going to get dropped like a bad habit, and he's won 4 on the bounce. He's looking to make this a 5-win streak.
Oh yeah. Dr. Gulag was also posting on Twitter. He's like, I'm gonna enjoy this LoHii feast, because LoHii means salmon. He's gonna feast today.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's got salmon ready for dinner after this.
Yo, that would be like, I need to see the picture, Gulag.
All right,
Look at this okay.
With punish, that was clean. Gets for game. What's it gonna be? LoHii said no once again.
Oh my goodness, Jammerz, you need to stop asking what's gonna happen because you're gonna do the EX headbutt every damn time.
I can't believe it. I've lost count of how many he's hit. Oh, he's got him. Yeah, he got him.
Yo.
Damn, I think that was a clean punish. He done that against Coral Kick, right? That should have been a clean punish. Yeah. 4 frame minus 4. Is that 4 frame super? Hold on.
I'm pretty sure that was a punish.
Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not bugging. 4 frame super. Yeah, clean. Good stuff.
Clean.
Match
Pristine.
up knowledge there, baby. You need it.
Exactly. Damn, like they're looking so good. Like there's that explosive, dangerous side from LoHii, but there's the calm and calculative side from Dr. Gulag, knowing exactly the frame-dependent punishes on these situations.
Hey, listen, Gulag's taking a couple of risks as well to make sure he's maintained control within these two, within the matchup, between the players, right?
Yeah, I mean, controlled chaos.
That's what you like in a character.
Yeah.
Block on the overhead again.
The plus frames. Yeah, great grab from LoHii there. Look at this, it's 5-3. Interesting to see how this will develop further on.
Well, first it was a 3-win streak, then it got nullified by a 5-win streak. So all eyes are pretty much on LoHii to see how he's going to try and cancel this out. I think he's still being very stubborn and sticking to plan A.
I mean, one thing you want to know about Finnish people also, we're very stubborn, so it also reflects on our fighting game careers as well.
It does. All right. Applying that pressure in the corner, just waiting to see how LoHii tries to escape. Sunset Will, is he going to do another one or play it safe? He goes for a meaty bolt charge. And that is going to be the round. Closing it out. Someone's asked what's happened to Veggie. Is he off for good? Yes, I sacked him. He wasn't good enough. I got rid of him. And when I got rid of him, he was so upset that he flew to Mexico and then he got flown to California to feature in Street Fighter League. Hopefully that answers your question.
Exactly. Switching careers there. Making moves.
I mean, look, if I sack you, you're probably going to get a better career. Veggie's having the time of his life right now. And I'm having the time of my life watching this set.
Exactly. Me too. I'm completely enjoying myself. But look at that great spacing from LoHii. They're just missing the elbow and getting 2 grabs in a row. The bombs. Gulag answers back.
Throw. Again. It's interesting when Gulag's got LoHii in the corner, how he's kind of flailing to get out.
Ooh. Yeah, for sure. Look at that trade. That was pretty interesting.
Still works out for Gulag, though. Counter hit
Yeah,
confirmed. But what is he going to do? Are you going to cancel the super? No. He's going to do it now, though. Yeah. After the reset from the overhead.
That was pretty damn good. I'll say that much.
That is 6 wins on the bounce.
Ooh, I mean, we talked about this earlier. I mean, Gulag took his sweet time at the beginning, let it go to 3-0 for LoHii, and now he has the 3-match lead. What do you think, Jammerz?
Well, I mean, if this was a top 8 CPT, then we would have said congratulations, LoHii, for progressing deeper into the bracket or even winning. But he said after 3 games that you've had your fun, you've had your 15 minutes of fame. I'm coming. I'm going to show everyone in the stream why I am better than you.
Yeah, and like, I mean, we have this track record with the casual games, and I'm Dr. Gulag. I took all of these before. I'm gonna take the longer set here as well.
I think it's like, see, I would say LoHii has to just like be a little bit more patient, down back a couple of situations, and like accept these grabs. But I think again, he's offering too much damage. He's offering too much free damage to Gulag.
Yeah. But look at that. LoHii was completely disrespectful that round. Like, he was just, you know, being so stubborn right there. Like, pushing the offense even though it wasn't basically his turn. I mean, just tells what kind of a player LoHii is. And look at that, getting a nice jump in there.
All right, try to go for a tick throw or a throw bait from that standing light kick. And he's going to keep him pressured in the corner here. Gets another grab out. He's just got to wait a little bit. But good interruption.
Yeah.
Backs off. Oh no, that was bad. That was very bad. Oh, that was unfortunate.
That was really unfortunate. That's the only word that came into my mind right there. Switching sides with the violent knee drop.
Is he dead? Too much scaling. He's going to have to reset him again. What's he going to do?
He's going to probably... Okay, he just goes for that like that. Okay, LoHii, I see you. And look at that, getting that important win there in this match. So it's 6-4.
Damn, he broke the 6-win streak. All right. Looks like he's trying to fight his way back into this set. That last couple of seconds there was pretty interesting, only because when he put out that second mirror and he went for the sweep. The sweep is punishable. Obviously, he can catch it there, but he didn't have enough health to play with to even take that risk there, Gulag. So that's why he sat there in respect to the situation. LoHii took advantage of that. He set it up perfectly, took advantage, closed out that game there, breaks that 6-win streak. And as Olvaha says, it is now 6-4. Gulag still remains in the lead.
And I want to say that Dr. Gulag, I feel like compared to other LoRa players, I feel like Dr. Gulag is pretty damn patient when it comes to these kinds of things, especially against LoHii, because he knows this player through and through.
Yeah, this is a great way to, again, with players like this, it shows you how well he understands his opponent. Gulag understands his opponent psychologically, right?
Exactly.
He's able to have these edges in these very intricate scenarios.
Yeah, but look at that. LoHii making pretty nice quick work there in this game.
Who is this online LoRa? Well, if you look at the top left side of your screen, his name is Dr. Gulag. He's actually one of the best players from Finland, and he's been around playing this game for quite some time. You don't see him on the international stage as much as you want to, but he's been around for quite some time.
Exactly, and look at that. That was disgusting. I think LoHii was expecting the side switch
there,
but
but
he
you
didn't.
said side switch! And you didn't tell him about the side switch and reset. Olvaha, you absolute liar. You're telling the stream the wrong information.
You ask and you shall receive.
This is crazy. He's running a train on him right now.
Yeah, like Gulag must be feeling pretty damn good right now, but look at that, -2. Okay, nice challenge from Gulag, and a nice challenge from LoHii as well. They're going back and forth with these challenges.
I think what happens between these two now is one of them is going to have to play frame tight for probably the next 2 games. I've seen very interesting challenges.
Yeah, I mean, most likely it's gonna be Dr. Gulag because LoHii, I mean, you said it perfectly.
Oh, he's dead, he's dead.
Stubborn. Oh,
yeah, he's dead.
Oh, there you go. And look at that. What a great set. LoHii almost tying it up here. 6-5.
Crazy. He went for the delayed headbutt there, catching delayed buttons or delayed tech there from Gulag. 6-5. Yeah, very interesting interactions. More audacious as well. But again, what I like about these two players as well, and I've seen it in the past numerous times with these guys when I've watched them play, is how much confidence they exude when they're playing and they're on offense. I'm not afraid to do this. Yes, Gulag does have to bait a headbutt here and there, and he can safely do that. But even then, he still hasn't been afraid. His sunset will did miss in that last round, but he still went for it, because that would have connected if it wasn't that far out, right?
Exactly. I want to make an audacious claim by saying that if these guys played like this all the time, I feel like they would be top contenders in Europe. Like, I mean, they are, but they would be even more dangerous. Look at that. Oh, the same side switch up from
Nice sweep again. Another sweep again. He's not watching his feet. He keeps trying to walk back to maintain a space where he can probably throw out a comfortable thunderclap or something else. There's a sunset
and
wheel.
now he's going for the command grab instead of the block pressure there on the side switch. Look at this nice confirm. He was nice and patient on the offense there from the Oki situation. Dr. Gulag just using the lows, getting that nice confirm there.
I'm not sure if, again, I think a couple of times, this has been very unfortunate for LoHii. He's tried to hold up a couple of times and he has actually been caught out by it. It's crazy. And
Exactly.
Laura's frame there on the lights is exceptional, right? So
It is.
when she's meeting you with lights and you can't even headbutt, and then you got to deal with the mix-up after that from
And
the
look
frame
at this.
advantage, it just goes from bad to worse.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is looking really, really damn good for Dr. Gulag right now. LoHii is on the ropes right now. He needs the activation.
no.
He still has some time.
Ah, there it is, the late headbutt again. He took the risk and he's out. Back throw. Can he get another sneaky grab? He will. Oh, he tried. He tried. I'm in your head.
I mean,
I'm not playing in your
what
head.
did Punk say about the risk in EU players? Yeah,
Oh, listen,
exactly.
we know all about rewards. Never consider the risk.
Exactly. LoHii, you damn sly. Look at that. Ooh.
One reset will do it. He's going to put the mirror out in front of him. He will. He puts it above and he's going to throw him in there.
Yeah,
Is he going to spend the
that's gonna be a
CA?
Yeah, okay. Oh, no. Oh, a jab interruption for Dr. Gulag. That must be pretty damn bad. LoHii, if he would have gotten that win, I mean, he might have even run with the whole damn set from that win. I feel like that was pretty crucial.
Here's the thing. In that situation, it might have been an execution error. Who knows? If he spent the bar on the CA there, it was fine because it leaves you in the corner. It's not a cinematic super. It leaves you in the corner. He would have got Oki. That would have been guess for the game. I think he should have spent the super there. But I don't know if that was a drop or he thought he wasn't going to kill off the super. It was one of those two.
Yeah, it's so hard to say, but maybe we'll get an answer after this set. But it's 7-5 right now. Dr. Gulag leading with a 2-match lead right now against LoHii. 7-5.
Yeah, having a 2-game buffer against Urien can definitely be helpful
that's
in
great, like-
certain aspects, depending on how you look at it. So.
Yeah. But look at that. Okay, the challenge with the elbow from the corner. He just wants to get out, and that is what he
Reset's coming. Another reset's coming. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he tried. The thunderclap covered him and a headbutt. That's going to be the round. Oh, no. Oh, actually, is it? Too much scaling.
Not quite. Yeah, look
You
at
gonna
the
headbutt
scaling.
again?
No, not quite done yet. Oh, look at that. No, not quite. Oh, getting the...
He didn't
got the
believe.
stray hit. Yeah, he got the stray hit. Could not confirm from that situation. And Dr.
believe.
Gulag, I kind of think, steals the round.
Yeah, he did it. LoHii didn't believe that was going to hit, so he didn't. He wanted to
Yeah.
get that tick throw. Sometimes it doesn't
You
happen in
got
Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, you gotta have faith. Okay, look at that nice grab. Using the overhead. We haven't seen that a lot. That's pretty much for a reason, but still.
Chariot tackle goes for a throw. Okay, that situation hasn't happened as much as I thought it would. The block chariot tackle, because obviously he's got reduced pushback now. So he's left in
Yeah.
throw range, and some people can shimmy him from that situation. I'm not sure if Laura's one of them.
Yeah, but look at that. Great confirmation from Dr. Gulag here. Okay, and we see the EX head, but once again, we need that counter on those EX headbutts so bad.
He got the counter hit, but he didn't lead him to a knockdown. And because he left Gulag left standing, he might live to regret it.
And look at that. The meaty elbow is so dangerous from Dr. Gulag.
Oh, that's dead. Guaranteed.
Okay, yep.
No, he's two.
What happened?
No, that's unfortunate. If he puts out that other mirror, that's going to be a bolt charge. You can't do it, LoHii. You got to put some blocks on it. Do the chariot. There you go. Put the put it out. Oh, no, he got thrown.
no!
No! Oh, no! What a read from your boy, Dr. Gulag, with the EX Sunset with a projectile invincibility. I can't remember how long the duration of that is, but that was probably the perfect answer because LoHii, he probably had the assumption that the mirror was going to save him.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the knowledge you have to have about these moves and the properties. Yeah, exactly. Like, mind expanded. Expanded.
Gulag, please. Stop
mean, this
embarrassing
guy-
your boy.
Like, Gulag is one of the biggest brain fighting game players I know. Like, he is really analytical, so I'm not surprised seeing all of these moves from him, to be honest.
I remember the last time I played Gulag in a couple of intense sets, like, I got lucky in a couple of matches, I'm not gonna lie to you. But what he was doing in those matchups, like, he definitely knows his stuff. I feel he's one of those players that doesn't get spoken about enough when it comes to studying matchups.
Yeah, I mean, Europe level, he does not get the shine he deserves. Dr. Gulag, clearly one of the best players in Europe. That's a shameless plug on my community, but whatever. Let's roll.
Don't worry. Listen, I'm the honorary member here tonight. Plug away.
Yes, you are. Yeah, like I said, like you can get the Discord link later.
There's a thunderclap again. He didn't do the breakout with the EX headbutt, but he's going to use a mirror instead. Good break there. Lovely defensive sequence from Gulag.
And the -2, but he cancels into the... Ooh, that was a really nice patient block from Dr. Gulag, but gets caught by the forward medium punch from LoHii.
Okay, it looks like LoHii's starting to utilize the second mirror in terms of kind of like taking control and stealing frames in a couple of areas, and he knows that Gulag is aware of it, so Gulag had to spend the meter to kind of bypass the mirror like he did before. He's got a 3-game buffer, so...
Yeah, so like in 3 games, it doesn't feel like that, though. This has been so back and forth, you know.
Damn, Gulag's still not playing frame tight. I know he's 3 games up, but he's still been getting interrupted by, again, well-timed jabs, crouching jabs from LoHii.
Yeah, I mean, LoHii has been, and he's been using those counter hit interruptions so well. And look at this, getting the stun here. That's definitely going to be a game for LoHii. So that's going to be, oh yeah.
Dominant crush. Gonna close it out there.
One of the coolest.
Yeah, and that's going to close it out there. 8-6. All right. Definitely a complete turnaround from last week's set. You can catch that on the archives on Capcom Fighters YouTube channel. And this will be uploaded to the YouTube channel as well once it is done. But hopefully you guys have been enjoying the action as much as myself, Jammerz, and Olvaha. As it is 8-6 in this first attempt between our lovely Finnish members here.
Exactly, so we're getting right back into it. See LoHii backing up just slightly, you know? Okay, getting the crush counter. Nice start for Gulag there.
I think his defensive challenges have definitely been helping him come back into this set. But I still think LoHii's been extremely stubborn and he's stuck with plan A through and through. That's just my personal perspective, though.
I mean, yeah, Jammerz, like you said, if Gulag is gonna play a little more frame tight, it might pose a really big problem for LoHii.
Nice jumping. That was probably the biggest jumping we've had in this set so far.
Exactly. That was such a perfect, like, I give it a 10 out of 10.
All right, just going to back off, try and reduce the durability on that thunderclap. He managed to avoid it, and he wants to get a hit on that V-trigger.
Exactly, averted the storm. He needs that one single normal, usually the crouching medium kick. He's probably looking for that. LoHii right now gonna be, you know, the Aegis V-trigger 1 enjoyer soon enough.
Not a bad jump there. I think he knows what Gulag is by prioritizing in terms of what he's looking for. Headbutt again. A wake-up jab! I think he tried to do delayed medium punch, and it didn't work. The 2.5 frame jab paying dividends once again, and we're looking at Gulag heading to having a 9-6 lead in this set.
I mean, it's crazy to think it's gone so far so already. I mean, it feels like just a blur in the history books right now for me.
All right, charge that hard punch, cancel the metallic Saphir again. He's trying everything, whether hook or by crook. He's trying to get Gulag into the corner, and another interruption.
Yeah, look at the side switch. This is really bad for LoHii, but there you go, the trademark EX headbutt. That has to be, like, at the same time for LoHii, that has to be the most effective tool he's used and the least effective tool he's used.
You know, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. You live by it, you die by it. That was a meaty headbutt, and he didn't see that. That only connected meaty because he stood up at the very last minute. If he stayed crouched, that would have whiffed, and I promise you this round would have gone on for at least 10 seconds longer. And let's see if LoHii can make this 8-7, or he's going to go to 9-6.
That was a great round from LoHii, though. Didn't see that. Oh, and he didn't respect the projectile this time.
Trade. Oh, he could have. Could he have comboed from that?
I don't think so. But look at that. Okay, didn't get the moves out of the way from the jumping. Didn't get the entire juggle.
Good dash trade.
But as he wanted.
Delay throw again. His delays have been working. Like LoHii's hasn't. Funnily enough, Gulag's delays have been working.
Yeah. But look at that. This is a really dangerous situation right now for Dr. Gulag. He needs to be on his toes right now. Okay, the daring jumping from LoHii. Okay, I see you. He wants to make some moves right now. Another challenge once again.
When is he going to activate, though? I feel like LoHii's got 2 bars. Maybe he might force a V-reversal out of Gulag, but I don't think he wants to deal with that right now. I think he wants to hit.
I think the perfect time was earlier, but because, like, Gulag is building the meter as we speak. Oh, what a fantastic EX air elbow there.
He didn't interrupt again. He didn't interrupt again. Yeah, he's not interrupting that.
LoHii, where's all that spunk right now?
It's crazy, right? So when... we've mentioned this numerous times up until this point now, but I'm going to reiterate again. So when LoHi's gone for delays or dashes, Gulag has been 110% on point, laser focused in checking them and stopping LoHi in its tracks. Flip things on its head, it hasn't actually worked. Gulag's gotten away with quite a number of dashes, and his delayed pressure and delayed throws have been working. So, potentially this is the last game here between these two.
I was just gonna say that it might be, but we'll see how LoHi is feeling. Is he feeling extra spicy today? I mean, at this moment, he needs to bring out all the ingredients in the cookbook right now.
All right, he finally gets a hard kick to connect. I mean, damn, he's tried multiple times and it hasn't worked.
Exactly. Okay, nice. Once again, getting the counter hit, oral kick right there. That's confirmed from LoHi. Getting a nice chunk of damage. Look at the life lead right now, but this might just change. Really nice.
Those forward jumps from Gulag out of the corner to catch the heavies have been absolutely sublime. He's been catching him off guard so many times.
Yeah, look, Gulag is one of the best, baiters out there. Like, he's so good at baiting, forcing those reactions out of players. Like, it's scary how he's like...
Can hit. Yes, that's what we're looking for. Why didn't you finish the combo? You're going to live to regret that. You are so going to live to regret that. Oh,
Jammerz,
my word.
Jammerz. Oh, my goodness.
I can't. Olvaha, you're on your own. I can't commentate this.
Oh, I was just gonna say hopefully, but look at this. LoHi needs to wrap this up right now. Okay, once again, a daring jumping. Gets the crouching medium kick for some reason. Dr. Gulag was not watching his toes at that moment.
Dude, you are on borrowed time there. He is living the pipe dream at the moment, but he still has a fighting chance here. It is still potentially set point here for Gulag.
Yeah, I mean, we still have a pulse, so we might just see how LoHi will fare. This might be potentially the last game, as we said earlier. Look at this. Okay, once again, trying for the jumping. Did not hit.
Okay, and the pressure being applied. Make sure that heavy whiffs, and then again, just making sure he's trying to switch things up here. LoHi, but it's not working. Gets crush counted for his troubles. I've seen a tremendous number of counter hits in this set alone.
Oh, did you see that cross-up? No, that was really spicy. I can't believe that hit like it did.
Yeah, but he's only reduced the deficit slightly. It's been nothing game-changing at the moment. Stylish as it may be.
Exactly. I mean, style only goes so far. And look at that counter hit. Confirmation did not get anything out of that.
With punish, he baited the shimmy, and then he whip punished.
And look at that. Yeah, that's all over. Yeah, this round is over.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is set point here for Dr. Gulag. I think someone's going to be dropped like a bad habit.
Yeah, like he said. I can't believe he said that. Dr. Gulag, oh my goodness, look at this. Like, he's, at the same time, he's the most disrespectful player.
Sunset Wheel, I'm so sick of this game.
Yeah. I'm so sick of this character. Get this character off my screen.
No, why? You missed the whole set on that?
LoHi, like he's like, I can't drop this habit right now. Like, I can't drop this habit during this set, so I'm just gonna keep doing that.
Oh my god, he
didn't do that. I was so sure it was gonna do the X head, but
he's got to get a V-trigger on hit. He cannot let him get that V reversal.
Look at that. LoHi on his last legs. I mean, last flippers. I don't know. He's a fish.
Hold on. Is he gonna do a raw mirror? Maybe. I don't know. You got to try something here. Please do not throw another metallic severe. That might be the end of your career. And a sunset wheel to seal the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Gulag wins the set over your boy LoHii 10-6. I want to see it in the chat. GG's all around. These guys always putting on a show, and you know what? That was definitely exhilarating. These guys never fail to impress. I wanted it to be a little bit close up, maybe a 10-8, but either way, these guys know what they're doing. And you got to keep an eye on them as well. You will be seeing them in that Nordic Baltic CPT happening next month. Look, I've got plenty to say. I'm pretty sure Olvaha's got plenty to say as well. But we're going to be taking another Twitch break. And when we come back, we're going to get these guys back in the call, and we're going to discuss the first to 10. We'll see you shortly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Iつかあの背中に追いつくためにさーて一丁やってやりますかねえさっさすりゃすりゃ さと始めようぜ。俺は誰にも負けねえ。
Okay, so it's 3 out of 5 grand final, and obviously because RMG's coming out of losers, if he wins the first set, we reset it. And that is the final. Your inaugural champion.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to tonight's episode of Sets. The first to 10 has concluded. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you want to catch the set and see the great action, you can check it out on the archives after we finish the stream. And shout outs to Logan Sama bringing back the UK offline event. WSO Open is back. I will be talking about that after we've had a chat with our lovely guests regarding that first to 10. We're in the 4 shot right now. If you can see it, I think, the score is determined. You can see it right there. Gulag won 10-6 over LoHii. But now we got to talk to these guys and see what's up. So, gentlemen, Gulag, LoHii, can you guys hear me loud and clear in Discord once again?
Yeah, yes, we're good.
Hey, perfect. All right, so first of all, thank you both for participating in the exhibition there. I was actually thoroughly enjoyed because, as I was saying to Olvaha during the break, the only time I get to see these guys really play is on CPTs and the first to 3 at best. So having these guys play that extended set was nothing but amazing stuff there. So we got to start off with Gulag once again. So you lived up to your statement. LoHii did get dropped by a bad habit. Wasn't too bad. 10-6 isn't a free score, but you did stick by your statement. So well done to you there. What is your philosophy with the Laura Urian matchup? And then how do you go about being so consistent against LoHii? Can you kind of break that down for us?
Well, it was kind of rough in the beginning, you know. It was 0-3 after 3 games, and that really brought back memories from some of our tournament sets back in the day. But the tide turned pretty quickly afterwards. LoHii played kind of tentative today. He didn't use that many X-Chariot tackles. He maybe a little bit more passive than usual in my opinion. Like usually, like with Urian, the Urian boys, they tend to go pretty nuts with EX Chariot and all that. But this time around, LoHii played pretty carefully, and I don't know. Maybe he failed to switch it up after the 3 games, so I was able to make the adaptation there. In a longer set, I mean, you're gonna lose a few games. That's not really a problem. I was able to get the psychological advantage in a way with my forward throws, because LoHii knows that Urian has a 4-frame. He's a 4-frame character, so he doesn't have a 3-frame. And if Laura times her meaty light bolt elbow after a forward throw, it's 0 on block if you do it like perfectly. So that kind of means that Laura gets to extend her offense in perpetuity against these 4-frame characters, unless you commit to an EX headbutt or do some kind of a defensive committal in those situations. And LoHii kind of tried to use the EX headbutts against after my regular throws in the beginning, and I was just doing empty dashes. And after that, he started to be like more scared or more wary of the situation, not really knowing what to do. So I got to abuse the post-throw situation even more there. There were a few other things, like LoHii was checking. I don't usually go for any V-scale or command dash shenanigans against LoHii. He checks those extremely well. I tried it like 2 times in this set, and he checked both of them with Crouching Light Punch. I tried to do a few overheads. I was able to sneak in 1 robbery multi-line into CA, but even those he usually interrupts pretty well, and because it's a charge character, so he can almost like react with an EX headbutt if he sees the multi-line coming from a block string or even as a reset. So like even those don't work that well. But I mean, overall it went pretty well. It's like I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe he tried to use the knee drop a little bit too much, because I was V-skilling under it every time. Pretty much he tried to use it. I was messing up my punishes a few times, a few execution errors there. I only got my standing strong out. Should have done the target combo. I was a little bit like confused as maybe I should do the medium bolt or target combo. So I just kind of dropped the combo after hitting with the standing strong. But other than that, I don't know what else to really say about it.
Okay, you know what? That was
a great breakdown.
Yeah, that was an incredible breakdown. But then I've got to go over to LoHii now and ask him one thing here, because for me, it like again. Gulag said you had a very tentative, very passive approach to that. It felt like in a lot of aspects in that matchup, I think this is probably due to the length of time that you guys have studied this matchup and played so well against each other, that you felt limited in a lot of scenarios. But probably the one thing that stood out to everyone at home and us here was the amount of headbutts you weren't afraid to do, despite the situation. I mean, knowing that Laura has such an oppressive game plan, do you ever get deterred by those characters doing the headbutt, even knowing the risk that's involved, or it's just like, you need to respect me, so I'm just going to do the headbutt anyway?
Well, you gotta at least show it, especially in a longer set, so the opponent knows that you're ready to use it. And in the first couple of rounds, I landed quite a lot of them, so I think most of this boiled down to it that Gulag managed to adapt faster than I did. Once he figured out my bag of tricks, I wasn't showing up enough new stuff. And with the EX tackle, I felt that he mentioned that I didn't use it a lot, and that also boiled down to the forward throw game, since now that the EX tackle is in throw range after blocking, I'm back in that horrible situation where I don't want to be, so I don't feel the EX tackle is worth it unless in the few rounds that I use it where it closed the game. So in those situations, I feel like it's a risk worth doing.
Okay, that's an interesting take. He's probably answered my question about why you weren't going to use that many tackles, because again, against grapplers, leaving yourself in basically point-blank range, especially throw range, and again, you're a 4-frame character against characters like Laura, you probably don't want to keep bringing that situation up multiple times. It's good that both the players were aware of it and said, okay, you didn't use it too often, so I don't want to put myself in this dangerous situation. So great breakdown from those guys there. But Olvaha, you got any pending questions for these guys? Anything you noticed about the set that you want to ask these guys about?
Yeah, sure. LoHii, I was gonna ask you, we saw a lot of situations at the round end where you kinda had the full V-trigger bar And sometimes you were just really hesitant to throw that mirror out there. Were you just, I mean, it's hard to call out the specific situations, but were you like looking for certain something, or like how do you like feel about those situations? Don't you feel like it would be way maybe just better to try and throw it out somewhere? You know, just getting it out so it doesn't like feel like you kind of leave the round with regrets, so to speak.
No. Since it's a 3-bar trigger and Urien's V skills don't really build bar, there is no situation like where you can even consider multiple ones. And once you have that 3-bar, one of the underestimated potential of Aegis is just how much it controls the neutral. Gulag can't jump, can't charge claps if I have it. So even if I get a situation where I might be able to extend my pressure by activating, the threat of it I feel is much more potent. I usually save my activations when I get a big punish I wouldn't otherwise, so in neutral, anti-air or pressure clap, or when the round is that close to a finish that I can actually, like the follow-up pressure is very likely to kill if I manage to get an opening. So like that situation where I don't want to be is like I hit my Aegis shenanigans and the opponent is still alive, probably with a more V-bar.
Yeah.
So I want to like flaunt it.
Yeah, and we saw some of those. Yeah, and we saw some of the fantastic punishes you had on, like just to, you know, the EX bolts or anything like that.
Yeah, he had some cool, he had some cool whip punishes as well, right? Yeah, I saw that.
And some anti-airs, I mean, you used it fantastically when you used, but that was just something that popped into my mind, so to speak.
All right, that was interesting. I mean, ultimately, this is a question for both of you, but I'll get it from Gulag's perspective first. How has the Laura-Urien matchup gone probably over the past 2-3 years? Has it always been in Laura's favor? Is this the best time for Laura to be in favor of the matchup? I mean, how do you feel about the matchup now, Gulag?
It's kind of funny that you asked that, because if you look at some of these matchup charts from really prominent Urien or Laura players, let's take a few like the American players. Many of the American Urien players I've seen say that Urien maybe beats Laura slightly, but then if you look at Idem, he thinks that Laura beats Urien 6-4 in his chart. Yeah. I mean, I can't really say for this season, but I would probably think that he still like doesn't mind the matchup at all with Laura. So there's that. I've always felt that, I mean, there are like definitely benefits for Laura when Urien has a slow reversal, like the EX headbutt, so I can use my sort of low confirm strings even from +2 situations. So it's kind of more scary for Urien in that regard. He's a pretty slow character in terms of his normals, like those normals are not the fastest, they have a lot of recovery. On the other hand, Urien is a very explosive character, so it's like, I don't know, probably a like pretty 5-5 matchup in my opinion, but extremely volatile given how the characters work. So
for sure,
there's that. And Laura is definitely an annoying character to fight against because she's basically a reaction check character. Like even the top players, you know what the Laura player will probably try to do. The question is, can you react to it? Like Sunset Wheel, you know the Oki is not that real, but will you be able to react in time, see the difference between her forward dashes and light bolt elbows and all that stuff. So it's like she's a very frustrating character in that regard. Like even if you know all the tricks in Laura's sleeve, you know how her EX clap vortex works, you know the frame situations and everything, you still will have to react in time, and it gets scary when she activates for me as well.
Yeah, that's a great analysis on the character. I mean, and this is what I was talking about.
Guys, I'm not playing the Laura mirror anymore. I'm playing Poison.
I didn't expect you to continue playing the Laura mirror.
Yeah. I mean, Jammerz, this is what I love about these guys. Like, they are so honest. Like, LoHii talking about how top-tier Urien still is, and, like, Dr. Gulag just admitting that Laura is such a frustrating character to play against. I absolutely adore that about these players.
Well, I mean, listen, I've been saying it for years. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been saying it as well. I mean, Gulag's a Laura main. He says, look, the character capitalizes off of human error and reactions so well. And if you can't deal with it, despite knowing all the science behind it, well, it sucks to be you, and you can only be thrown out of the frying pan and into the fire. It just goes from bad to worse if it goes wrong. But LoHii, what's your perspective on the Yuri and Laura matchup? Do you think it's even? Do you think Yuri edges it? Do you think Laura edges it? What do you think? Have we lost LoHii?
I have hard time saying it's pretty even, but it's really hard for me. I can see it going either way in terms of a slight edge. But like the characters have very like unique approaches to one of their core tools. Like Urian has very good lows against Laura's Thunderclap. Basically, at every range there is some low that can go under the clap and punish it, so Laura can't really use it in neutral. But the same goes reverse, like exactly what Gulag said, that the +0 situation after throw, Urian has very few good answers to that. And also Laura's anti-airs and V-skill work really well against his knee drop, so it's both have to change their usual style slightly. So that's why like even I think it might be slightly to Laura in like brackets or tournament. I don't mind seeing Laura, since I know most of them are not ready for the Urian matchup, unlike Gulag. Him I really hate playing against when it matters.
Exactly.
I think it's been unfortunate for the pair of you in the past couple of CPTs. Hopefully, I mean, maybe a grand final.
I mean, the actual games are really great, but like, this is not the opponent I want to bet my success against.
Oh yeah, I can totally understand that. I mean, Olvaha, you got any other questions for the guys?
Oh man, I'm just gonna ask this: will I be able to expect to see this run back in the CPT bracket that we're gonna have?
That depends on the bracket gods, I suppose.
Yes,
Exactly. But I just wanted to.
All you don't want is them to be in the same pool when they have to fight out to make it out to winners. Maybe in the top 16.
They will most likely be.
Ideally, you want to see these guys face each other in top 4
Grand
of the weekend,
finals,
right? Well, listen, there's a couple of people that
Grand
might
finals
stop
might be
that from
upset.
happening, but
Yeah.
it's still a possibility. It's still a possibility. I mean, because like you have Rickerman's Barnett there, you have Phenom. Veggie will be there, well, probably, if he picks another character. I'm trying to think who else. There's a couple of killers, and there might be a couple of upsets that happen as well. But again, there's only one shot. I mean, how do you guys feel about your region only having the one chance instead of 2? I mean, are you guys fussed about that, or are you just more than happy to have that CPT just coming your way?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, let me get it from LoHii's perspective first, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Like when last year, or is it 2 years ago, man?
Last year, it was last
But when it was Middle East, I think most in both regions were were saying that they would rather have one tournament in a smaller region. Like I personally found it great that I could play against Big Bird, but playing against him online, that was not so fun.
That's quite a
For
distance.
each of us. Yes. So even though I obviously would prefer 2, having one with the Nordics is a great change.
Okay. Gulag,
in my opinion.
do you share the same sentiments, or you got something slightly different to say?
No, I like this. I like the way Capcom has set up the CPT this year. Definitely, it's everyone in the Nordic region probably agrees that it's great that we have our own sort of regional competition without the distances and the online being a problem. So now we can finally have the bout between Sweden, Norway, Finland, and the Baltic region. The Alexes from Lithuania and Poland. You know who you guys are.
Exactly.
Wait, have we got Mr. Shady Imposter, Malmus?
Yeah, we got those
Oh,
guys.
well, we got the Intel World Open moneymakers coming through. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Let's go. I want to see some
Hey, listen, the
Alex.
more hype and the more lore you bring to us, and we can build it up. Be like, hey, listen, you got to look out for these guys, because only 8 of you can make it to that final Sunday, right? And then there can only be one winner. So while you guys are trying to figure that out, hopefully you guys are staying in the lab, practicing as hard as you can, and somebody's going to have to unleash more bag of tricks and probably stick to the Gulag statement. I'll probably drop a couple of you, man, like a bad habit. You know, that's amazing.
Definitely.
Or at least a medium habit.
And there could be a few upsets, you know, and some players that people have maybe forgotten during the pandemic, like let's say Sweden, for example. There's Atrosh, really strong player. All these guys are going to be playing in the CPT Nordic. So look out for that.
Okay.
It's not just Rikemansbarnet from Sweden. I know Saltikid doesn't really play anymore, which is a shame.
Yeah.
He used to be a really prominent player from Sweden. But then we have, like, who knows? Maybe Chomi, the real player from Norway, will partake in it as well. Who knows?
Good question. I mean, there's lots of theories, what ifs and maybes, but we'll never know until that time of next month. But hopefully once the sign-ups are open, these guys will be signed up. You get to see them there. Now, I got to hit you guys with a couple of these questions I usually hit with all my guests near the end of the show. So we'll start off with Gulag, and then we'll move on over to LoHii. So Gulag, you have been playing Laura for quite some time. And you are, for me personally, you are one of the strongest Laura players that are in the European region. If you do watch other Laura players from Europe or Asia or America, is there anything that people are not doing with the character that you feel they should be doing more? Or are you pretty much content with how the people just play Laura and you guys just learn from each other? What is it?
I think a lot of people should take notes from Idom in terms of defensive gameplay. That's what really separates Idom's Laura from all the other Lauras, is his absolutely immense defense and capability to survive clutch situations. It's not just the robbery factor. In terms of other aspects of Laura gameplay, I think if we look at, for instance, Leo from France, maybe the best Laura that I know of in terms of single hit confirming with normals. Even Idom doesn't really single hit confirm with crouching medium kick and crouching strong and these normals as well as Leo does. So there's that to consider also. It's in the end, it's kind of question of where you sort of put your brain power into. Maybe Laura is not supposed to be played too tentatively in neutral, so there's that. Maybe you should be a little bit more aggressive and not just looking for singlet confirms. That's an argument. I've actually discussed this with Leo offline. Cool. He's asked what do you think how Laura should be played, and I'm like, I don't know. Like maybe I should be looking more for those singlet confirms, or maybe I should just be like try to scare my opponent with dashes and madness and all that nonsense, but it's hard to tell. I mean, just look at what Idom does. I mean, he's the Capcom Cup winner, the Red Bull Kumite finalist. So, I mean, just look at those tapes and learn from there. That's what I say.
Well, I mean, even regardless, even giving that piece of advice, getting your perspective is still pretty important, because there might be something you know about Laura or something that you like to express about the character that maybe Idom never really considered. But again, I've heard it multiple times now from other Laura players. It's his defensive decision making, like you said, that separates him from the rest. So definitely pay attention to that. And as we all know, the defensive meta has changed substantially over the past couple of months with the introduction of V-Shift. So we got that out of Gulag, but then LoHii, I've got to kind of extend the question to you. If you do watch other European players worldwide, whether it's Europe, Asia, or America, is there anything that the European players are not doing that you feel they should be doing more, or are you content with how Urian's being played by the vast majority of players out there still playing the character?
Like I said before the set, Urian is a pretty endless well of tech. So there's always more things to do. But one thing I'm not sure most Urians, or I think what I've seen is pretty exclusive to Tokido, is his use of forward medium punch in the corner. If you, it's a one-frame timing, but if you do it, you can make it +1 on block in the corner.
Yeah.
After a forward throw.
Oh, that's the meaty one, right? Because it's like
yes.
4 frames active or something like that, I think it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Scary.
And there are a lot of little things like that. Gulag said defensive play, and Tokido is really good at that also, so it's something that could be learned, but there's so much stuff with Urian.
Okay, fair play.
For sure.
Because again...
but the meaty forward medium punch is one really good thing that stands out in my mind, which I cannot do, so I don't even try, since the risk of failing it is pretty high.
Damn. Okay. Well, again,
And he's so consistent with it. He's a monster.
Hey, listen, he's a full-time player. He gets paid to do this, so he's got to make sure that's on point as much as possible. So I wouldn't feel too bad about if you can't get as consistently as him. But pretty interesting perspective there. I mean, Olvaha, what do you think about what these guys have said about their characters? Do you completely agree?
I mean, they know their characters way better than I do, but I love hearing their opinions. Both of these guys have so many like good opinions, and they're so analytical about their characters. So I just love hearing that.
Okay,
Great stuff.
Right, because we're coming to the closing moments of the show, so I've got to hit you guys with the universal question as always. Olvaha seems more pumped about this than I am. This is brilliant. So, gentlemen, at the end of the show, the final question I asked the players is, if there is one thing you could change about Street Fighter V outside of the obvious elephant in the room, if there's anything you could change about Street Fighter V, a mechanic, add a returning character, remove Ed, maybe chop off Laura's arms, I don't know, anything you can think of, if you had the one time to change it, what would it be? Gulag, we'll start with you.
That's like very interesting question, yeah, especially at this point of the game's life cycle. I mean, a lot of people have complained about V-trigger activations being plus on block. That's a pretty universal gripe among many players. That's something to consider. Maybe it's too late to fix, I wouldn't even say fix it, to change it for SF5, but maybe like in the future games that Capcom creates, maybe think about sort of the risk and reward, because Street Fighter V is a lot about managing your risk and managing the rewards in specific situations. And if there's like a move that's all risk, I'm sorry, not all risk, all reward, but risk. Very minimal risk, it kind of defeats the purpose. And sort of like if you make a comeback with that sort of instant gratification and doesn't really feel fulfilling for the players long term. Like, let's take one example, for instance, Cody's EX Zonk, which is plus on block. And we all know when Cody activates, Cody is not the worst offender in this game, but when Cody activates from EX Zonk into V-Trigger 2, you're instantly in a very tough situation. And you sort of think to yourself, what happened? What did I do wrong to put myself into that situation? Or what did I do wrong to put myself into a situation where G activates from EX low smash? And those kind of situations. So maybe tweak them a little bit for future releases, but that's about it.
Okay, I mean, an interesting point. You had something very similar to what Ziad said a couple of months back when we had him on. He said he wanted to change something about the V-Trigger in terms of like just comeback factor, and maybe they're not having too much of an emphasis regarding that, because like you said, there are some situations that happen and we kind of class them as inevitable now, because it's like you just have to let it happen, and because you accepted it happening, you could lose from that one guess when you didn't actually do anything wrong. It just played out. And if you get hit, it's even worse than just blocking and taking the guess. So it's great that another player like Dr. Gulag brought that up. But then, LoHii, what about you? If there's anything you could change about Street Fighter V, mechanic, buff Urian, nerf poison, I don't know, anything comes to mind? Is there anything you want to change, or are you happy with how Street Fighter V is?
I'm pretty happy with the actual game part. Like, one thing that I always want more is more tools that you can use to learn the game. So one pretty glaring one is there's no online training mode. If you want to hit up training mode with your friend, you can't. It was in Street Fighter 4, I think, but it's missing now. And if you want to go even deeper, the takeover replay feature, I simply love it. I would like to see it in more rollback games. Yeah. Since the rollback technology allows, from what I understand, pretty easily to implement it.
Okay, interesting. Do you feel the same way about that, Olvaha? That's a very interesting point made by LoHii.
Yeah, I mean, in games where they have the takeover replay thing, I think it's been very helpful for me personally. So I would definitely be on board with this, and I find Gulag's answer also very interesting. I do have to say that we've probably all been on the receiving end of that EX Zonk into V-Trigger 2 or the EX low smash into the V-Trigger 1 from G, and we've all thought the same thing. What did I do wrong in this situation? And I feel like the answer is probably nothing, but that's pretty much how some things work.
It's just how the cookie crumbles, and that's the kind of game they wanted. They wanted to emphasize these powerful tools into V-Trigger to make that comeback. Because again, it's more about the spectacle and less about the players. But again, we wouldn't be here doing our jobs if it wasn't for players like you guys playing the game. And this is what Street Fighter 5 has turned into. It's turned into his own baby. It's turned into his own beast. All right, and it's probably going to stay that way for the remainder of the time. But outside of that, I don't think I have any more questions to ask the gentleman. Olvaha, I'm giving the floor to you. You got any last remaining questions to ask these guys, or are we good?
Damn, I'm really satisfied with all the answers we've gotten so far. Like, these guys just, spoke their minds out. So I'm really happy about that. And I got no further questions. Thanks for the set.
Cool.
Amazing play.
That was great. And always, it's lovely to have you guys on and speak your minds and represent the Finnish community as well. I mean, gentlemen, Gulag, LoHii, do you guys have any last words you want to say to your community, or are you guys all good?
Oh.
I could say one thing.
I do have one thing.
Okay, let me get LoHii to say it first. Let me get LoHii to say it first. What do you want to say, LoHii? Talk to me.
No, mine is way more important, so let's save it for last.
Okay. Gulag, go for it.
So if you look at the set and you look at the dojo name, there's that taistelupelit that reads below both of our names. What that references to is the Discord for the Finnish community. Taistelupelit means fighting games in Finnish, so you can write that into Google, for instance. Just write Taistelupelit Discord if you happen to be a Finnish viewer and you want to partake in the Finnish fighting game community. Join the Discord. There's lots of active players there. Nothing else to say. Thanks for having me, guys.
Okay, and LoHii, what is it that you would like to say?
Yes. 3 years ago, I think it's 3 years ago, Capcom, you showed G at EVO, and you had a song play on his trailer.
Yeah!
And we
President
haven't
of the world.
And we haven't heard that song since in a clean studio version. You have it. It was in the trailer. You have it. Now give it to us.
That's true.
That's
true.
Wait, so you want them to put that song somewhere on loud Spotify so you can listen to it? Is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay, I will.
In the game, on Spotify somewhere. It's nowhere currently. It's nowhere.
I will ask about where the song has disappeared to.
Actually, that's a really good point, because at one point I have thought about the same thing, and it was pretty catchy, like the president of the world,
I mean, if you were at the Capcom Cup Finals in 2018, they had the guy who made the song play it there. If that counts, I don't know. Other than that, I don't think you'll.
He wasn't really prepared to do it live, but the studio version.
Okay.
Yeah, studio version.
I want that.
We'll find out where the studio version has disappeared to or something. But you know what? I was not expecting that from LoHii, but that was fantastic.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you know what, gentlemen? It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you both, and of course, once again, extending our thanks to you for playing that set. Gulag was the winner there, 10-6. You can catch the archives on the YouTube channel once we're done. But gentlemen, you guys can leave the Discord call whenever you're ready, because myself and Olvaha have to close out the show. But I will definitely talk to you guys soon. Thanking you once again.
Yeah, thank you so much for having these guys.
All right, take care, gentlemen. I think they probably muted their mics when they're ready. But yeah. Hey, listen, do you know what? That was a very interesting discussion from members of your community, and do they have a deep insight? Because again, there's so many pockets in the different parts of the world, these small communities that have a very deep perspective. And okay, they're not like from the UK, or they're not from Japan, they're not from America, where they get the spotlight and more opportunities, right? But when you do talk to these guys, like these guys know their stuff. Like
exactly, like they have very many great opinions about the game, about improving it or changing something, about their characters. And I mean, I was just like thinking about everything they said about their characters. I was like, that just shows how much insight they have in their own respective characters. Just super impressive.
It is pretty damn deep, if you do ask me about that. Again, listen, they told you the dojo that is under Dr. Gulag's name, that is the Fighting Game Community Discord for Finland. I'm pretty sure Olvaha will be preaching about that for days to come. And if you want to follow these guys on their respective social medias, which was on there before, that you can go check out, you can definitely go and hit them up there. If you're in Finland and you want to get involved in Street Fighter or any other fighting games as well, hit those guys up, man. They're great representatives. We got a commentator beside me as well, representing as well. So, like, do not forget that there's never been a perfect time to get into fighting games now, and there are so many resources to help you guys and just help you improve in.
I mean, also,
go for it, please.
I mean, you've been a part of the Finnish community today, so I would just wanted to point out that I'm gonna send you the Discord link later, so we can have a talk there.
I will be on the lookout for it.
Yes, good.
You. But ladies and gentlemen, that will be concluding it. But before we love you and leave you, we gotta billboard some things. We got some run some ads. So stream team in the back, can you show the UK offline event? We played a trailer before we came back to the 4-shot, but ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. We've been waiting quite some time. The last time we participated in this was probably January of 2020, but it is coming back in about 12 days. That is right, September the 18th, a Saturday. Red Bull Gaming Sophia WSO returns with some offline Street Fighter. I don't have to deal with the 4 horsemen online in Europe. I can go and meet the guys at Red Bull Gaming Severe, press some buttons, have some fun, and remember what the fighting game is all about. Listen, you can see the details in there. If you go on Winner Stays On's Twitter account, you will find all the necessary information there to find out how you can attend this and sign up. It is through a Matcherino link, and also as well, because of the times we live in, if you do come to this event, you signed up already, you have to take a lateral flow test on the day, and that takes about half an hour. If you are negative, you can come on into the building. If you are positive or you got an inconclusive test result, unfortunately, you will not be allowed in the venue. But there will be some Street Fighter 5 action, and it will be streamed as well. It's limited places, so get signing up now as well. Can't wait for that to happen. And also, speaking of the devil, in October, I'm running my stream ticket break, but yes, Street Fighter League is upon us. We got the people in California. They're doing their business and making sure this show is a tip-top shape, even better production than it was last year. But it will be happening again, and new teams happening. Guys. Oh, hello. This is the latest team that was announced on Capcom Fighters Twitter account. It is going to be Team Giants, the team that is sponsoring Vega Patch. They have brought on board Monsieur Crimson, one of the best players in Europe, and probably the strongest player in France currently, as well as the JPEG Infectious, the man, the machine. He is there, part of this team. This team can take a couple of heads. I'm not saying they can cause some upsets. They can take a couple of heads. They are definitely a powerhouse to look out for. They are all strong in their own rights. Quirky characters, if I do say so myself, including the Zeku, but Infectious has a plethora of characters under his belt. Mr. Crimson has the 2. So does Vega Patch, but you're probably going to be only seeing his Fang for the most part.
I mean, you will see it if they don't ban it.
That is true. I doubt they're going to ban Fang. I doubt it. They're probably going to ban Delsin. That's probably what they're going to do. If you're smart, you ban Delsin. But hey, here are the other teams in case you haven't known about the announcement. We've got Team Nordivin. We got Phenom. Then we got Veggie. Then we got the amalgamation of Luffy and Phenom. If you want to call him Lumon? Lunon? I don't know. You confuse their names together or something.
Fusion!
Hey, listen, they had to, that's another game, but they had to literally do something pretty quick. But this is Team Nordivin. It's going to be another strong team as well. This is a great opportunity for Veggie as well, because he's an extremely strong player hailing from Europe, and he's not one of the top players, but he can definitely cause some upsets. And what great teammates to have beside him other than Luffy and Phenom. And then Team UYU makes that return as well. They actually had a number of people they could have put in this lineup here, but this is probably arguably their strongest lineup, with Oil King, sponsored by Red Bull, and with UYU. We got UYU Kami. I'm very curious to see what his character roster lineup will be. I know Seth will be there. I'm very curious to see who his secondary will be. He's been putting some time into Akira, but only one will find out. One way to find out, sorry. And then there's NL, been running rampant in his side of the world.
He has.
With that with that Kami, and with that Urian. Who knows? He might bring back that Akuma. Who knows? But UYU is there as well, another team. And of course, this team might be one of the favorites. I don't know. This team has covered all fronts. They have got an impregnable fortress on their hands. Team NASA, with your boy Kindbird and Smallbird, and they've adopted Problem X on board as well. I'm telling you, man, this is going to be absolutely fantastic to see how these guys gonna connect. And they're some of the greatest friends in the FGC. So again, the kind of the banter, the camaraderie these guys will have be nothing short of amazing. So definitely keep an eye out for Team NASA on board as well.
What a spectacle.
Of course, and then we got Team Bandits. We got, damn, I said it last week. Venatoris, Hermes Venatoris, I keep forgetting it. And he's going to be part of Team Bandits with your boys, Mena, RD, and Kaba. Again, Hidden Gems, another team. I keep saying it, I have to regurgitate the same lines. Don't sleep at any of these teams, but I feel this team right here might not be the winning team, the winning horse that people might bet it on, and they could surprise you.
I mean, as poses go, these guys take the cake easily. Look at that. That is like a victory screen from a fighting game. Look at these guys.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely poses for a photo shoot if I ever saw one. Speaking of posing for their camera, and they did say, Panda Global in the contract, they said, if you even think about folding your arms and your name's not Justin Wong, then we might have to sever the contract. We might have to put it in the shredder. And that's exactly what Punk and Nephew have done. Part of Team Panda, Nephew, Punk, and Justin Wong. Another formidable team there. If you haven't seen their tier list video, go check it out. They had Nephew, they had Wong, they had Punk, and they had Saint Cola, one of their content creators, part of the team there. Go check it out. It's a very funny video. Justin thinks Rose's top 10 in his head. I believe you're allowed to think that. You're entitled to your own opinion. Whether it's right or wrong, it's up to you. But this is going to be Team Panda here, another team to look out for. And again, don't sleep on Nephew, man. One of the strongest players that hail from North America, from the younger generation. I mean, Punk's part of the younger generation as well. But again, the talent these guys are bringing and emerging through the young players is absolutely phenomenal. So keep an eye out for all these teams here for Street Fighter League. And of course, with our next episode, this is going to be the week of the UK CPT. So I said, you know what? Guys, we got to have an another UK affair, and we got to bring on some fine gentlemen to join us for this Monday. We're going to have Muscle Noob, TO of Battle of the Dons, that you find out on the Saturdays, and he's going to be going up against One Step Laird, who actually recently released a merch line. He's selling his own clothes, which is pretty interesting. And he has been improving ever since I've seen him, probably prior to the Gfinity days and after the Gfinity days. He's made a substantial improvement in his gameplay. He does play Karen. Yes, one of the best characters in the game, I've said it. And we've got Muscle picking Ken with the V-Skill too. I thought this would be a very interesting matchup. I wanted to try to organize something else, but ultimately I set this one up because I think it'll be a great platform for these guys to speak their minds as well as showcase their skills before the UK CPT that weekend. I mean, are you looking forward to that one as well? You could be the honorary UK member. Yeah.
Yo, let's go. I mean, I'll have to practice. I'll have to brush up my accent for that. I mean, hello, but I'm not gonna do the same cola like he did on the Intel World Open, you know? Hello.
Please don't go there. Otherwise, you might disappear and I might bring Veggie back. I don't know, man.
Shadow Realm waits me.
You guys are cutting it thing with this UK accent. But for now, I'll give you a 2 out of 10. You have a little bit of time to improve on it and brush it up when we get over to that. But
expect that.
Other than that, I think that's all the advertisements we have to talk about as well. Because next week we're not going to be on, because notice the date said Monday the 20th. Next week we're not going to be on because we are taking a little bit of break. We're going to change some things and revamp some things. And then we're going to bring you guys back with the all UK First to 10 exhibition. But I've spoken quite a bit. I talk a lot. Olvaha, is there any last words you want to say to the stream before we leave?
Wow, this has been a very special episode for me. I mean, I've enjoyed my time here for a lot. I mean, I've enjoyed my time here a lot. But this was really cool to see my scene represented, of course. So I feel very, very happy about that. And I also want to thank all the viewers from our community as well who were very excited about this. So, hands out to you guys. A lot of love goes to this community, so that's my special little shout out.
Hey, maybe, you never know, when the CPT comes around for you guys, maybe if someone makes a special feature in the top 8, maybe we might be able to bring back a Finnish member back on, maybe against one of the Norwegians or maybe one of the Swedish players. Who knows? Got an idea in my head. We might try and make it happen. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning into today's episodes. The All Finished bout where Dr. Gulag sends his opponent packing and dropped him like a bad habit.
Bad habit.
But until then, we gotta love you and leave you, and we'll see you on the next episode. Until then, stay safe, keep playing some Street Fighter. We'll see you next time.
Take care, guys.
Okay, so it's 3 out of 5, grand final. And obviously, because RMG's coming out of losers, if he wins the first set, we reset it. That is the final. Your inaugural champion.